morning, Birmingham. It is 9:06 with Dixon and Vining on Talk 99.5 and Talk995.com. 6th of January of 2026. Some would call it Patriots' Day. Some would call it the Day of Insurrection. I call it Tuesday.
Tuesday has no feel.
Well, this Tuesday has a feel. It
does.
feels really nice out there, actually.
It's kind of foggy.
Little foggy, 65 for a high today. Tomorrow we're looking at partly cloudy and 70, and partly sunny and 71 on Thursday, and then rain creeps into the forecast on Friday. Next thing you know, it's the weekend again, and we're taking more time off. Can't get enough of that. Here it is, only Tuesday. I'm already in Friday in my head.
What are you doing? You
In
got a
my
long way
head,
to go.
I'm
Don't do
already
that.
at Friday.
No, don't do that to
I'm
yourself.
easing into this year like an old man easing into a warm bath, okay?
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm not rushing into anything here. Today's
Did you
the
make
day.
any New Year's resolutions, by the way? Did you do any?
Same old, same old.
Yeah.
We're going to take off a bunch of weight. I always do it at the beginning of the year. It's like, okay, let's get
just,
into that better position.
Feel a little bit better.
Yeah, get some more health
Mm-hmm.
going over here. Make more money.
Make more money.
Yes.
That's on the list?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I do that basically by screwing the little guy. That's my plan,
I see.
basically.
Okay.
Yeah. We can give you a deal because we ripped off the last guy. That's how it works. Here to help. Other than that, no. Nothing.
Okay.
I've got a couple of texts here that I think you'd like to hear. Corey says, not trying to be rude or anything, but when
you really?
all your local stores go out of business, Valerie, that's why, because you ordered from Amazon instead of supporting your local pharmacy. I'm sorry, but I've done Amazon. You don't save that much.
Let me just tell you, Corey, I don't think we mentioned a single local pharmacy when we were talking about that story.
But when your local Walgreens closes its doors,
That's
puts-
not a local pharmacy.
puts both of their employees out of
That's
business.
not a local pharmacy. We didn't mention one local pharmacy.
It's as good as done. I don't
Corey,
know.
you are preaching to the choir. Let me
Yeah.
just say that.
Why?
How many times have we said that?
Yeah.
That we support local businesses.
Shop locally.
We're huge about that. But
Absolutely.
we're also doing a 4-hour show every day. So sometimes Amazon comes up.
Mm-hmm.
Wears me out.
I'm going to go down there and I'm going to explain that you're the one that put them out of business. Just so you know.
The Walgreens and the
Yes.
two people?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Richard, you can get stamps through your carrier. We have envelopes that you can use to get them in your mailbox. I'm not sure I trust them, to be honest with you. I've had a few things recently get lost in the mail, or so I'm told.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. Get
Yeah.
stamps off the USPS amp. They have them right in your mailbox for you. Somebody's going to come by and steal those.
Right out of the mailbox.
Just gonna walk by and grab my...
So don't put anything of value in that mailbox.
Uh-huh.
Learn that lesson.
That's my
I've
plan.
told you the story. I mean, you really can't. No gift cards. Don't put checks unless you go straight into the post office. I mean, you just
Even then, it's going to end up in someone else's mailbox, and they will take it out of there.
It could very well.
Yeah.
It's just all of it is.
This is why I do nothing but barter. I don't actually use money or cash in any
No,
way, shape, or
he's
form. It's
bartering
all done
everything.
with barter. Works pretty well. Rob G says, White Castle and Crystal stoner food unworthy of daylight consumption.
What?
Wow.
Rob.
Wow.
That's an American.
That's brutal. Parrot Structural, parrotss.com, 668-2626. When the foundation starts to go south, these are the guys you want to count on, you can trust. Get your foundation back on the up and up where it belongs. They've got a helical pier system that is very cool. It drives down like a big screw into the ground, and they'll just add one after another until they hit bedrock. And then they put your foundation up on that strong foundation of bedrock where it is resting from that point on. That's why they can offer a life of the structure warranty. They're very good at what they do. They know their stuff. They've been at it for a really long time, so they got the experience and the integrity. And they always say, get yourself a structural engineer to back them up so you'll be certain. They know what they're telling you is right. They want to make sure that you know what they're telling you is right. That's Parrot Structural Services, parrotss.com, 668-2626. Licensed, bonded, insured, and E-Verify compliant. And now it's this guy.
It's Steve's turn.
Well, if you've ever played any arcade or home video game that has the Sega brand on it, among other names, you have a guy by the name of David Rosen to thank for that. He was the founder of a company that eventually turned into Sega as we know it. Sega's long been a big name in the world of video games. It actually started with arcade games that you would go back and actually physically play all the way back to 1962. Basketball, Punching Bag came out with something that Nintendo offered on one of its first popular home video game systems, Duck Hunt. All those games, though, they were like Richard's favorite arcade game, Skee-Ball, not a true video game. Sega's first offering there came in 1973, and while they had success with several titles, it was really the 1981 release of Frogger that put Sega on the map with the Ataris and others of the world. Shortly after the release of that arcade game to locations around the world, they began to work with console makers, come up with home video games. Sometimes there were versions of their arcade releases, sometimes it was new material. Sega decided also to jump into the home video game console wars and came up with some notable ones. Sega Genesis, which included a CD-ROM add-on. Later, two offerings were kind of overshadowed from the offerings of the likes of Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony, talking about the Sega Saturn, the Sega Dreamcast, the last of which really kind of a touch too expensive for most people's taste when it was released in 1998. So Sega stopped consoles, they returned to just making video games, and a character that came out and dared to take on the Super Marios of the world gained fame for the company in Sonic the Hedgehog. This is a character that has endured and has had movies made of it as well. Sonic the Hedgehog character alone has brought Sega in some $1 billion, and then there are all the other offerings that they've had over the years. All of this is thanks to the vision of David Rosen. Rosen, who while stationed in Japan just after World War II, made a little bit of money under a Rosen Enterprises name by selling Japanese art here in the United States. He exported it here to the U.S. And then he founded a successful photo booth company called Photorama in the early 1950s. But then he changed the focus of the company in 1957, began importing from the U.S. coin-operated arcade machines over to Japan, opening up his own arcades, and that's where his real money got made. 1965, Rosen's company merged in with another company that had been using the name Sega for its coin-operated machines. By the way, that's an abbreviation of the company's actual name, Service Games Japan. Decided to make Sega the name of the new larger entity. They sold the company off to the owners of Paramount Studios, Gulf and Western. They owned Paramount from 1966 through 1989. They sold Sega to him in 1969, but he stayed on with the division. But over time, kind of became disillusioned with how things were being run, so he was able to buy it back. Rosen was the face of the company till he stepped down as its chairman in 1996. The reason I'm talking about him, David Rosen passed away yesterday at his home in Southern California. Game magnate David Rosen, 95 years old. Woo. And one of the cornerstones of video games, whether it's arcades or in your house.
All righty then. All I remember is Sega! Sega!
It stuck with you, too.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
It was good marketing.
Yeah, I couldn't name, which games were Sega games and which ones were any of the other manufacturers. I never played enough video games to talk about, and didn't allow them in my house when my daughter was young because I thought, I would rather you be reading a book or going outside and doing something rather than just practicing your hand-eye coordination with one of these things. I didn't stop her from, for instance, playing them if she went to a friend's house. It's like, you want to go play video games at a friend's house? Knock yourself out. You got to learn that somewhere, but we're not going to do it here. We're just not going to have that. Plus, the debate over which system you're going to have, There were so many different systems at the time. Wii was just coming along, and that was suddenly really big, and then you had, basically every big name in the business, Atari on down the line, including Sega, came out with something new. Did allow her to have a Game Boy. That was the closest she came to having a video game, was a Game Boy. I was a bad dad. I'm sure I was terrible. I was a
No,
terrible
you were not a
person.
bad dad.
I was a terrible person. But no, it definitely allowed her to play. I'm just not, wasn't going to have one in my house. I do find the evolution of these games fascinating, and I'll tell you why I quit even trying to play them when I was younger, and it was an epiphany that I had. When you're playing pinball, gravity's involved. There's a tilt mechanism that says you're not allowed to pick the thing up or move it around too much. You can do a little bit of English, but you can't really mess with it too much. But it is definitely gravity, and there's definitely skill involved with your use the crazy flipper fingers, When you're playing a video game, you realize that the minute that thing took your quarter, it already won. Because they have to artificially slow it down through computer technology so that humans could compete with it. They could make that 5,000 times faster than it is, but they slow it down so that you have a chance. And I thought, I don't really want to play a game that is so hopelessly advanced that they had to dumb it down for me, because that's where we are. So like I said, I think I stopped. Tempest was probably the last video game I ever really played, and that was probably the newest thing. Dragon's Lair maybe one time.
I remember Dragon's Lair. Yeah.
Dragon's Lair was the first one that looked like a cartoon. They're now getting so much more realistic first-person shooters, almost like you're watching a video or live footage from somewhere while you're out there in, I don't know, Somalia shooting down. I'm sorry, actually you're in Minnesota.
Wow.
Not far. Pretty
But
close there.
Did you ever get into the video games?
I didn't. No. Did a little Pac-Man and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
That seems to be our
Yeah,
era.
I think so.
If you're 61, 62 years old, you're like, yeah, they came a little late for me.
I mean, Pong we had in the house, but that was,
Yeah.
that was ridiculous.
And you know what's funny is my grandson, who is a video game whiz and can play God knows what all. I mean, he's got every gaming system. His mom allows him to do all that stuff. I didn't anyway. He's got pretty much every gaming system there is, and he is fast as they go. He lost to me at Pong like 21-0.
Of course, because you had the patience. He didn't. He was like, this is moving too slow.
He couldn't figure that game out to save his life. It was hilarious. I'm just like, Max, you put the paddle where the ball's going to be. I'm trying, Grandpa. He couldn't do it. It was hilarious.
Well, we did get a Wii at one point, and that was really fun because it had some golf games on it and whatnot, and I kind of got into that a little bit.
Physicality to it that I kind of liked, and I think they decided we're going to dumb down the graphics and make them much more simplistic, but we're going to involve your whole body in the process, which I thought was kind of cool.
So that little the little thing you step on. They also had a game where you were like a waiter and you had to go across the room and keep these things on this tray. And we've got some hilarious family video of us, you moving around on it, looking ridiculous.
I think
pretending you have a tray in your hand, trying to go across this room.
I think it's
you look
very,
ridiculous.
very good because with people who are playing a lot of those video games, they're going to need the training and waiting. Some point they're going to be in the service
sure
industry.
Kind of wondering what the name of the game was.
I can't think
Applebee's
of
Become
it.
a Waiter?
I don't know what it was, but it was hysterical. I mean, we've laughed until we cried.
They were actually probably they were keeping an eye on everybody that was playing that game and going, give this person a call. They're actually pretty good at this. We might get them in here. 9:17 with Dixon and Vining. And, there you go. There's Steve's turn. Thank you very much, Steve.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Steve.
it as always. 9:22. Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Can't think of why this suddenly dawns on me, but coming up on New Year's Eve, the Sirius XM channel Classic Rewind, okay? Classic vinyl is like the earliest days of classic rock. Steve, don't forget to put us on TV. Earliest days of classic rock. Classic Rewind is like the next phase, like the, say, from the mid-'70s on through the '80s, okay? And they were counting down the top 1,000 greatest classic rock songs of all time. 1,000. It's a long time. And, of course, there's no commercials, so, they were counting them down. They were number 763. And I just happened to be in a position to listen to the final top 10. I was kind of flipping around a little bit. I'm like, I don't need to hear the whole song. I know every song, whatever. Interestingly, Wheel in the Sky was number 4, Steve. Journey's Wheel in the Sky. I would have thought Don't Stop.
All of them, I would have not picked that one.
I would have thought Don't Stop Believin' would be higher.
I would have thought that, too.
Yeah. Number 1, no surprise whatsoever, Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah, that's kind of predictable.
Number 2 was The Doors' Riders on the Storm.
No.
I was
Light
like,
My Fire?
That should not be number 2.
I mean, Light My Fire might be one of the most overplayed songs in the history of man.
Yeah, but I could see that being top 5. Riders on the Storm?
No.
I was
I
really...
don't think I would have gone there.
Yeah, that was very strange. But you know what?
What did they base it on? Do you know?
I think gut feeling.
Well, that's
no
what it
idea.
sounds
Yeah,
like.
it does,
it's like,
doesn't it?
Number of records it sold, how long it was on the chart.
At no point did they say anything like, this was voted on by you. So I'm thinking I didn't have a say in things. Yeah.
Seems a little suspicious.
They didn't ask me.
They should have, Richard.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
9:24. How about asking me if I would like a boat?
You want a boat?
Yes.
Want to go see a boat?
I would love to.
How about a brand new one? You could touch it.
That would be awesome. Where can I do that, Valerie?
The Legends Boat Show, folks, is coming up January 16th, 17th, and 18th. That is upon us. It is going to be at the International Motorsports Hall of Fame at Talladega. Our good friend Rodney and Rodney's Marine, the gang, will be there. They've got food trucks all weekend long, free event admission, and free parking all 3 days.
Yeah, man. Suzuki-powered boats, all kinds of them out there. Rodney's Marine, of course, going to be ready to talk to you about getting you into one of these boats with in-house financing and great low prices. They've got the Silver Wave, they got the Starcraft, they got the Santa Center consoles, they got the pontoons, they got the tri-tunes. Every one of them comes with a trailer. They can deliver to your lake, the one near you, or they can deliver to your driveway if that's what you're interested in. You're never going to find a better time to buy, whether it's new or used. They also have 25s and 26s, which they'll have in stock at this thing. Always a good time. Huge boat show, Legends Boat Show, 3 solid days, January 16th, 17th, and 18th, brought to you by AmFirst. Don't miss it.
Yeah, don't miss it and get yourself a boat, because before you know it, spring will be here and you'll want to be out on the lake.
That's right.
Man, you make some great family memories by getting a boat and getting your family out on the lake. Rodney's Marine, going to be there, so check him out. Rodney's Marine also out on Highway 231, Lake Logan, Martin, and Cropwell, or give them a call, 525-1500.
Valerie hinted at this earlier today, but Mickey Rourke launched a GoFundMe on Sunday to try to avoid eviction. In December, the Oscar-nominated actor was served a notice to pay roughly $60,000 in back rent or vacate his L.A. home. The GoFundMe, titled Help Mickey Rourke Stay in His Home, has raised $9,884 so far, with a goal of $100,000.
Oh, got a
Mickey
little ways
Rourke,
to
How
go.
much does he owe?
It's $60,000. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
In the late 70s and 80s, he wasn't just a movie star. He was a symbol of something rare. Danger paired with vulnerability. Toughness paired with heart. From Diner to Rumblefish to 9.5 Weeks, Mickey gave audiences performances that felt lived in, not performed, and left a permanent mark on American film culture. The real question here is, when the hell did he lose all this money?
Yeah, he's been blowing through it, obviously.
Yeah. The Wrestler wasn't that long ago, as I recall. He was, I mean, you look at this, other notable credits, the Pope of Greenwich Village, 9.5 Weeks, Angel Heart, Barfly, Man on Fire, Sin City, The Wrestler. In 2025, Rourke was kicked off Celebrity Big Brother for instances of unacceptable behavior.
Well, hello.
Oopsie.
Hit a little 9.5 weeks creeping back in there.
Hello. Rourke was recently attached to a new independent thriller, Mascots, written and directed by Carrie Mondragon. However, Udo Kier, who died in November of 2025, was supposed to also co-star, so it's unclear how the production will proceed. I don't have a whole lot of sympathy for people who made a lot of money and then threw it all away.
And I think you're seeing that with only $9,000 or almost $10,000. His goal of $100,000. I'm not sure he's going to get there. He probably needs to reach out to some of the Hollywood elite to help him out.
Some of his bestest
And they're
friends.
probably going to say no because, when you are in that many movies, you're just not. You're either gambling it away, you're doing drugs, you're doing something, you're not managing it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard. Yeah, you're right. It's hard to feel sorry for somebody like that. And now he's got a GoFundMe page that he put together himself for help to stay in the house.
Yeah, really strange. If he's going back to like some of his old diner co-stars, when you've got Mickey Rourke asking Steve Guttenberg for a loan, something has gone horribly wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Check in with Paul Reiser. See if he can maybe cough up a couple of bucks for you.
Have you seen Mickey Rourke lately?
Yeah, he doesn't look anything the same.
Does
Lived
not
a
look
really
Not
rough,
even close.
really rough life.
Does
Yeah.
not look good. James Cameron has managed to lead his Avatar threequel, the third one now, to a $1 billion worldwide net. But this is, once again, worldwide. He got it faster than a lot of films. He got there like faster than all but 10 other films. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Congratulations if you went to go see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't bother.
This
wasting
was
my time
the
on
Avatar: The Way of the Water.
No,
this is
Fire and Ash.
Fire and Ash. That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's
We're going through all the elements here.
Eventually, we're going to get to
right.
magnesium.
Isn't this the one we were kind of warned don't go see?
Avatar,
It's not very good.
Magnesium.
Well,
Yes, everybody didn't
again,
get that message.
you're going for the spectacle.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going for the story because the story's rote and it's kind of boring.
Kinda
Truth be
stupid.
told, you're going to see the spectacle of the special effects.
Wanted to get this story in. The Mandalorian abruptly canceled by Disney Plus.
It's because they're moving it to movie theaters.
Is that right?
Yeah, they
They're
got a
gonna make an
movie.
actual
They got a
film?
movie coming out later on this year.
All righty then. Good luck with that, guys. They said they thought streaming was going to be the future, and it's not turning out as well for them as they thought it would. Maybe if you put less woke crap in your streaming, people would watch it, Disney.
They're not getting the message. They're just not getting it.
spitball in here, but it could happen. 9:30 with Dixon and Vining Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Food talk coming your way next. 9:35, Dixon Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. It is a really quite lovely Tuesday here, aside from the cloudy skies and the bit of fog that we have. That is going to be fading away, and the day overall going to be about 65 degrees. Nice chance to get outside. Maybe a little rain on and off this afternoon, but try not to let that worry you. Tomorrow, we're looking at partly sunny skies and 71 on Thursday. And as you just heard Evan Chickvera say, it looks like the rain might be coming in on Friday afternoon, Friday evening. No real chance of it being a major thunderstorm, though. So that's a positive thing. Also positive, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting Board voted to dissolve itself since Congress defunded NPR and PBS. They did that earlier, and then they did it again here recently. They went like, are we going to keep going with this? And the answer was, why bother? There's no money. So
they're closing up shop and headed home.
I think it's good because I want them to burn this thing to the ground to create a situation where it'll be difficult for someone to start it up again.
Mm-hmm.
I just do not understand the concept of giving taxpayer dollars to an organization that is so very clearly biased. And here you had the head of PBS in front of Congress. Oh, I don't think there's any bias at all. You can't name me one Republican on your staff, not one. Not one person voted Republican. Not one person even leans Republican. Every single person working for PBS at the main console, all Democrats. How can you not say they're biased? How can you say, oh, we're not biased? No, we're completely even-handed. No. Take it down to the ground, and start all over again. And I don't mean start all over again with federal funding. I mean NPR.
Do it privately.
And PBS will have to figure out a way to make this happen just with donations.
Can they do it?
I'd like to believe they can. They always, anytime you ever talk to somebody from there and you say, guys, you're using our tax dollars and I don't really care for the way you're using it. Well, we're not using that many. Well, it's a very small percentage. Okay, good. Then you don't need them.
Mm-hmm. You can figure it out on your own.
Yeah. Go ahead. Keep doing the whole underwriting thing. I love that when they come. We don't run any ads at all. The following program is underwritten by Cargill.
Mm-hmm.
You're like,
whatever.
No, that's advertising right there. Mm-hmm. You're putting your name on it. You're paying money in exchange for that. That's advertising. So they can continue. By the way, in terms of the kind of quality of air sound, NPR does great. I mean, I'm really impressed. When they go to do a story on the rainforest in Brazil, you've got the sound of the rainforest.
Stay out of politics.
You've got the babbling brook, you know. You've got deep investigative report with all the people that are in the tribe or whatever it may be.
Right, and then the next thing you know, they're going to talk about how we got to cut down on pollution.
Yeah,
they
because
do this,
global warming is the problem, and
right.
et cetera,
That's
et cetera,
the problem.
et cetera. That's exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Without bothering to look at one shred of evidence, by the way. Did you see where the Dow is? 49,100.
It's moving, baby. I'm telling you, 2026. Go, baby, go.
Think we're going to get to 50?
Easy.
50.
Easy. Wow. We will see it this year.
A sushi chain owner paid $3.2 million for a massive bluefin tuna.
Woo! That's a lot of money.
$3.2 million. That comes out to a lot of money per pound.
Jeez.
Yeah, 536-pound tuna. What is he doing with it? How do
you make money if you? I mean, there's just so much tuna on a 536-pound tuna. Are you making your money back at $3 million? How are you doing that?
You charge.
Are you selling? You
charge a lot.
A half a pound or a quarter of a pound of a piece of tuna steak for what? What are you charging? $300, $400 for?
It would be a lot. It would have to be an insane amount.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm not paying that.
I wouldn't buy it. I'll tell you that.
No.
Although if you don't know the difference between good sushi and bad sushi, try some side by side. You'll figure it out pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure this is delicious, but. Wow, that's a lot. I just don't know what his profit margin is there.
I wonder if it's a question of because sometimes when it gets big, stuff gets big, it becomes
it's
worse.
Not good,
yeah.
right?
You're like, oh.
You got to have it right in that medium zone.
It needs to be in the zone.
Mm-hmm.
Got to have the zone, baby. Chick-fil-A is introducing new frosted sodas. Part of their 80th anniversary celebration. Do you know Chick-fil-A's been around for 80 years?
No, I had no idea.
That doesn't make sense to me.
I didn't know they were that old.
I remember them in the 80s opening in a mall. That's what I remember.
Yeah. Brookwood Mall?
Not the one here. I wasn't here at the time.
Yeah.
I was in a different city with a different mall under a different name. I was running from the law.
I think that's the first one I can remember locally.
Yeah, they had the girls out front handing out the samples, you know.
Yeah,
so you
here.
get a chance to-
That's very good. I'm going right there.
Exactly. Let me buy 2 of those, please. First time I ever tried one and fell in love with Chick-fil-A that very day. Still love it to now. But I have to look at it and say, 80 years. The Dwarf House maybe started back 80 years ago. I feel like you're kind of pushing it at this point. This would be like McDonald's celebrating, claiming that they began the same day that the hamburger was invented. I don't think that's true.
No.
Chick-fil-A.
Well, maybe the name.
You used to be a Christian organization that was against lying. Look at yourselves now. You're just out there adding national championships to your record. I'm sorry, that's Auburn. And
Wow. You parlayed a Chick-fil-A story into Auburn, huh? Wow, that was pretty good.
It is a talent.
usually we go the other way.
My goodness.
Usually we take football, turn it into food.
I know.
This time I decide went the other way. With it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Classic cups available for purchase as part of the 2026 celebration. The collectible cup, designed to look like the brand's previous packaging, cost $3.99. Comes with the possibility of freebies. Classic cups come wrapped so their designs are not visible, meaning that the 3,000 specialty gold fan cups will be randomly handed out to customers. Lucky fans who receive the gold fan cups will get free Chick-fil-A for a year.
Ones that are the little chicks that look like lemons.
You want those?
Yeah, I would like that.
Those are the ones you're after.
Or that rooster of a chicken or whatever
That looks
it is.
adorable. Mm-hmm. It's Chains Vanilla Soft Serve Ice Cream mixed with one of 8 drink offerings: Dr. Pepper, Diet Dr. Pepper, Coke, Diet Coke, Coke Zero Sugar, High C Fruit Punch, High C Orange, and Sprite. Why are you getting Diet Coke and soft serve vanilla? That seems like a bad combination to me.
Actually, doesn't sound too bad.
Really?
I'm just
Excuse
hungry.
me, do you have a diet plate? Yes. I'll take 2.
Taco Bell customers have now flip-flopped on the chili cheese burrito. It disappeared for a while on some menus. Apparently, others were still selling it. Taco Bell, I don't know. I don't go there often enough to pay attention to see whether or not the chili cheese burritos. I used to love the chili cheese burrito when I was younger. That was like my favorite thing. I'd go get 3 of them and just make a meal out of it. If you don't know what a chili cheese burrito is,
it's in the name.
it's right there. It spells it out for you. And they're
Sounds
not
really good.
huge, you know, but apparently when they brought them back out, they're even smaller now. They're even smaller, and they're $3 a piece.
3.
Yeah.
Making it bite size?
Yeah, apparently. And people are like, I'm not paying $3 for this. People are like returning them. They're getting them, and they go like, no, I don't think so. We're not doing this. I don't remember what they used to cost. I want to say they were like 99 cents back in the day.
That's what they should do.
And they were relatively thin, and it was
They would win some
a
customers.
lot of grilled tortilla in there, and some delicious cheese and some fantastic chili, and it was everything you wanted and nothing you didn't. But now they're engendering an awful lot of complaints. Taco Bell used to be like a value place.
Well, not if they're charging $3 and the burrito's teeny tiny.
I'm looking at this burrito here, and I'm thinking this is a photo for menu purposes, because I don't think this is what it really looks like. My guess is if people are complaining about it for being $3, that's not what it looks like. It looks.
Or it's just an enlarged picture of it.
It could be.
That's what it looks like.
If you put like a hand next to it, it'd be the size
like
of one finger.
Or a quarter. Put a quarter beside it. Oh, that is teeny tiny.
That's a teeny-tiny little chili cheese burrito, isn't it? Whataburger kicking off 2026 with a new What a Deal menu. If you've got the patience to wait in line for it, they are priced at $3, $4, and $5. That's pretty good. Whataburger I've never thought of it as like a value place, a cheap place. I mean, the burgers are pretty good sized, right? You go in for a regular Whataburger, you're getting a decent sized burger.
I haven't been.
You've
so
never
I
been
don't
to
know.
a Whataburger?
I've been one time, and it was probably 30 years ago, and I had a horrible experience and never went back.
Well, there you go.
That was it.
That would do it.
You ruined it
I think
for
it was
her
in
Whataburger.
Pensacola at the time.
I hope you're happy.
Yeah. I was like, no, I'm not doing that again.
Somebody
then
did the math, by the way.
Yeah.
Bluefin tuna coming out to $373.53 per ounce.
Per ounce.
Ounce.
Worth every penny.
Sure, why not?
Who's
Thank you, Jay.
buying that? What customer is buying that?
Elon Musk.
Is that like maybe he feels like he purchased a beautiful picture or something from an artist? Is that what this is?
Maybe so.
And he doesn't care how much it costs?
The
I don't understand.
The artist is God. Let's see. You can get a $3 Big Ranch wrap. Douses a crispy chicken strip and fresh veggies with buttermilk ranch and American cheese all wrapped up in a tortilla. For $1 more, you can get a 5-piece What a Chicken Bites and your favorite dipping sauce. Even hungrier, grab a bacon and cheese Whataburger Jr. with 100% beef patty topped with bacon and melty cheese for just $5.
Sounds good.
Hungry diners can add a small fry and a small icy cold Dr. Pepper or other lesser drink for $2.49.
And hope you have a half an hour to get there.
Yeah. You're going to be in line for a while there, guys. So just settle in and make yourself comfortable.
So what is it that takes so long?
Their employees? I don't know.
We were talking earlier about In-N-Out Burgers that they use fresh burgers. Yeah. Okay. Well, what's taking Whataburger so long?
I don't know. Wendy's manages to do it faster.
Yeah.
Wendy's gets it done. I would say that Wendy's, kind of everything on Wendy's menu is the same with the square burgers. I think there's a couple of smaller burgers that they have, but there's two sizes. There's the square ones, and then there's the one smaller one. Whataburger's got like 6 different kinds of burgers.
Maybe that's kind of the problem.
Might be that they don't even start making it until you order it. And then you're going to sit there and wait, and that means you're waiting for the guy in front of you and the guy in front of him and the guy in front of him.
That's why you slap a whole bunch of them on the griddle. Get it going.
Go, chip, chop, chip.
Come on, don't you know how to do this? You don't wait. Just put it on there.
Let's
it's
go.
Lunchtime. People are going to be coming. Go.
This is Texas, baby. We're hungry.
Oh, you want a burger? Okay, be just a minute.
Yeah.
Shh. No, get them on there. Get them on.
I don't know. When you show up and you actually go inside to the counter, it comes out faster.
Yeah, I've noted that too.
Yeah.
It's like you're staring him down. They're like, oh, God, we got to get him out of here.
Oh, he's looking at us. Okay. We better go ahead and
See, that's what Wendy's figured out. They throw all those burgers on. They don't sell them. They go into the chili.
Exactly.
I mean, just come on.
That's why they invented the chili, I'm pretty sure. They were kind of like, what are we
We're not
going to
waste this. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, overdone hamburger meat.
I had a partner that worked at Wendy's one summer, and he said they took an awful lot of those drawer burgers home at the end of the night because they were like, we're starving.
Nothing
wrong.
You're
not paying us very much money.
No.
So they used to take those suckers home and nuke them up and eat them. Alrighty? I'm sure that was probably technically considered stealing.
Yes, that would be.
But what were you going to do with it? It was before the chili, before the era of chili.
And if the manager let you,
they were just going in the garbage.
I know. They've been doing that chili a long time.
9:48 with Dixon and Vining. The Dixon and Vining question of the day coming your way next. January is off and running on the 6th of the month here, 2026. Dixon Vining, Talk 99.5, talk99.5.com. I am here to tell you, older gentlemen, you're being robbed on a daily basis. You are being robbed by your lack of testosterone. You're being robbed of life. You're not having the kind of life that you could have. You're not enjoying yourself to the degree that you should or could simply because of the low T that you are experiencing. Well, now would be a good time to make a call to the Alabama Men's Clinic at 598-7000 and make an appointment so you can go by and get tested, find out where you stand on the T scale. Then if it's low, and it may very well be, they can begin treatments of a variety of different options. Some are invasive, some are less invasive, and you can get your testosterone level back up to where you want it to be, where it needs to be, to make you feel better. If you're suffering from ED, there's another thing. They have a variety of options of treatment for that as well. They also have hair loss and weight loss treatments for you. It's all about you, the man. Alabama Men's Clinic, 598-7000. This is who they are. This is what they do. You can also make an appointment online at alabamamensclinic.com. But time's a wasting. Why wait even another minute and refuse yourself all the good times you could be having? If you visit the Alabama Men's Clinic this week, you could be feeling better by next week. How about that? alabamamensclinic.com, 598-7000. Let's take a look at some of the texts we have received thus far this morning. Mike here. Taco Bell has too many menu items, just too many. Great show, guys. Yeah, but it's all the same things.
Right. We kind of say that. They don't have to reinvent anything other than to use the same wrap and maybe
put them
cheese
all in a different
different.
order.
Right.
And, here we
Just
go.
Mix it up.
Yeah.
Maybe this time we don't put the lettuce in.
Sometimes they're flat. Sometimes they're rolled.
Sometimes they're in a bowl.
Mm-hmm. George says, I grokked the tuna story. They say this is a ceremonial type thing. The first tuna of the year gets the title Tuna King for the chain of sushi restaurants that gets it. It is a symbol of good luck to get it. They serve pieces as thank you or promotionals to customers. It makes no economic sense, in other words. Okay.
So it is kind of like buying a painting.
It is.
I guess.
Yeah, but you're lucky.
But the problem is you don't get to hang it on the wall. You got to hurry up and eat it
Yes, you do.
so it doesn't go bad.
It'll go bad.
Or I guess you could freeze it.
Whataburger is mostly made to order. Fries, too, says Robbie. What could possibly, fries are fries, you know?
Made to order.
Maybe they don't drop them until you actually order them.
Oh, that's crazy. No wonder
Or
they're taking so
especially if it's,
long.
again, lunch rush. There's tons of people waiting.
Hmm.
Let's get them their food and get them on.
It's supposed to be fast food, guys. Come on, get with the program. Chris says, in regards to the tuna, I would rather go down the street throwing out $100 bills than spend $3 million on a dead fish.
So where do you live, Chris?
Mm-hmm. I don't think he's going to be doing
Man,
it.
I tell you,
sorry.
if you can go get those tuna steaks, and they are dynamite. They are so easy to cook, and they're so delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Really good.
Are they from this tuna? Do we know?
I don't know. I'd like to try it.
Okay. William says, ours in Hoover, I assume he's referring to Whataburger, is not
Yes.
too slow,
Yeah, read the one above it.
but it's good and hot. Been eating them in Fort Walton Beach for 45 years. Okay.
Must be a big fan.
I guess so. I used to love it. I lived in another part of the country where there was some regularity. When they opened up here, I was like, yeah. And I went and got some. It was good. The last time I went there, like you, I had a bad experience. I haven't been back. It's not just, I mean, I know they're good. I've had them before. I've had them, and I've enjoyed them, and they've been delicious. But I had one bad experience, and I was like, okay, well, maybe we'll put a pause on you for a minute here. I haven't really done any fast food in a while, so what am I talking about? How about we dive in and do this right here?
Dixon and Vining's question of the day.
Speaking of food, what's a healthy snack for those people who are attempting to diet the beginning of the year? Like some of us here, not Steve, but the rest of us. Healthy snack, Steve, what do you got?
So I asked my wife about this, and she said, get you a little bit of hummus as a dip, and then use like carrots or celery or even bell peppers.
Mm-hmm. Bell peppers I could do. Carrots and celery. I see the point. I do like
It's
a little.
filling.
Yeah,
Yeah, the celery is filling.
it is.
If you like raw carrots, yeah.
I don't like
But
raw
I love hummus.
hummus is pretty good. Plenty of good garlic in there. What do you got, Valerie?
I will take a can of chickpeas and rinse them and pop them in my mouth.
Just sit there and eat chicken.
Just eat chickpeas right out of the can.
Alrighty
Some
then.
people put them on
Hummus the raw
salads,
way.
but it's a,
On a
you know,
what?
Hummus the raw way.
Okay,
yeah,
that's right.
hummus the raw way.
Not even bothering to chop them up.
Nah.
All right, very nice. You know, interestingly, low salt chips and salsa is a pretty good low calorie snack. Salsa, when you get right down to it, is nothing but a bunch of vegetables as long as you don't get one that's like Newman's Own is really good. It's really low in sodium. And if you can get the lightly salted chips, which you're really just using as a vehicle to get the salsa into your mouth,
You could use a spoon.
You could, but that's not what this is all about.
Save the calories on the chips.
You want the crunch.
Salsa
Yeah.
straight,
Crunch.
thank you.
You could use the celery.
Scott says Waffle House scattered, smothered, and covered. I think you misread
That
the
is
question.
so wrong.
Lon says dry rice and a water chaser.
Wow. Okay.
Dark chocolate and raisins. Mike says I like grapes. I like grapes. Dates with almond butter and honey, says Brandy.
Careful of the sugar content.
I had a date with almond butter and honey once.
All
They were
right, Richard.
a couple of strippers from Sammy's. Anyway,
Oh,
Randy brings
man.
up my nickname from high school, Pistachio Nuts. Joe, not snacking is probably a good rule of thumb. This is entirely theoretical.
It's an interesting theory.
You can have snacks. You just, again, if you're trying to lose weight, you got to be really smart about what you do.
Yeah, David might have it wrong too. Honey bun.
No,
I know there are people who
that is so not right.
build in cheat days in their diets because they think if I don't have a cheat day, then I'm going to, at one point, just
You're
give
gonna
up on
blow
the
it.
diet.
Yeah,
and
you're gonna blow it.
But I tend to be more along the lines of like you. Go ahead and have a little snack in the afternoon, something that's going to keep you going, and then dinner, and then you're done. You know, the real trick is to know when to stop eating in the day. You have to be like, and that's it. There'll be no more food.
Especially for
from
us
this point
because
on.
we're 4 in the morning until
Sure.
8:30 at night, and that window there is like, oh man, I could So you have to kind of minimize the window.
Yep. And you can do it. You could be, there's, a lot of good stuff out there. Some of this is really just a question of degree,
Yeah.
It's moderation in everything. We talk about peanut butter. I have some low-fat peanut butter. I don't do a spoonful of it, but I'll put it on a fat-free cracker. And then I'll just sit and weep and mourn all my life just being
After
gone.
that one little
It's
little
just being
bite.
over.
Yeah, you're just
That's all
teasing
it
yourself
takes.
with that.
I just yes, you can remove all the joy from your life by removing all the fat from your life, people. People didn't know that. But hot and spicy Cheez-Its, not the whole box, just a few. Everything in moderation. I like that,
Those
Tracy.
Cheez-Its, I'm telling you,
Oh, they're pretty bad.
they'll get you.
Sliced apples with peanut butter, low carb and protein, very good. Peanut butter spoon, a whole pickle, says Tim. Pickles are good.
Pickles are free. That's what they say.
Call me crazy, but peanut butter chips, good protein. Okay, Matt, you're crazy. Cottage cheese and cantaloupe or peaches. So my sisters ate in the 1970s. Drink more water. You'll need fewer snacks, says P. Sam. I agree. Ice cubes, Blue Diamond wasabi and soy sauce almonds. Fistful of nuts can go a long way.
Just a little bit.
Can't have too many, but yeah, they'll kind of kill your appetite too. Chomps high-protein meat sticks.
Oh, I've had those. Very
They
good.
sell those at Aldi,
Very good.
I want to say.
Yep.
Something like that. Celery and carrots and fruit and chocolate. Okay, that's it for us. We're out of here. Back tomorrow, dark and early, 6 a.m. Talking to you then. Dixon in the morning.
Bye-bye.